Opening credits. Go for Stupid, The Art of Achieving Ridiculous Goals, written and narrated by Steve D. Sims, written by myself and narrated by me. Dedication. Saying thank you seems inadequate when the person you are thanking is your everything. This 5'5" beauty scares and excites me at the same time, and without her I wouldn't be the person I am today. To you, Claire, I can only say I love you, and I hope to show you every day how much you mean to me. But for now, thank you. Introduction. In 2017, I wrote the book Bluefish and the Art of Making Things Happen to challenge myself. I never thought I'd be an author. Once it came out, I was blown away, really just floored by the response that it received. It was translated into 6 languages, and I received emails, tweets, DMs, and letters from people all around the planet about it. But what shocked me more than the compliments was how many intelligent people told me I could never have done that. When I dug deeper into why that response was always the same, it wasn't that they doubted their ability, but they were afraid to look stupid if they failed. They cared too much about what other people would think of them. People who were watching that were doing nothing other than the sole purpose of being ready to laugh at them. Thanks to today's gotcha society, people are terrified to do anything that may get them ridiculed. You see, talking to successful people, I realize they have a superpower. They don't care about being laughed at. My wife tells me it's like I've always worn blinders. Those screens they put on the eyes of racehorses as they can't see anywhere but going forward. I could never see or hear the hecklers around me because I was too laser focused on my goals. Having a conversation with these successful people, getting that person on stage, putting together dinners in museums. It wasn't until I started to slow down and revel in the connections that I had made that I realized that there are some people out there that love to ridicule anyone who even dares to try. Even more outstanding, I realized that there are people who cared what these hecklers actually thought. I was staggered. When I was still working in the concierge business, for every event I was asked to plan, my first thought was, how far can I take this? What would make this a stupid achievement? One of my favorite Go for Stupid moments was helping a client, Dan, become the shortest term lead singer of the rock band Journey. When he first came to me, he told me he wanted to meet Journey backstage at one of their concerts, so he could tell them how he used to perform their songs in a cover band, which earned him enough money to get his degree, which in turn set him up for success. He wanted to thank them for creating music that got him through his toughest days. They were the soundtrack to the movie of his life. With so much passion and gratitude radiating from Dan as he told me his story, I was surprised he was willing to settle for a simple handshake and 3-minute conversation. That's what he wanted for the crescendo of his movie? I decided to see how far I could take this request. I communicated with the band and got Dan on stage to sing 4 tunes with them live in concert in San Diego. You can read the entire story in Bluefishing. I wanted to be laughed at. I went for stupid, and that has led to enormous success and has served as a critical foundation for every future venture. I see too many business owners and entrepreneurs who are working harder but not smarter. They're close to the action rather than in the action, and that's where they want to be. If only they had taken some stupid chances, but their fear of ridicule, not ability, stops them. You may not want to admit it, but you are full of fear. Fear of failure, sure, but fear of being laughed at and embarrassing yourself, and sometimes in front of your family. You're worried about the wrong fear. You should be afraid of staying still because you never try. Fear of just getting by or settling because you aren't willing to go for stupid. Let me ask you a question. What would you be able to achieve if you didn't care about being laughed at? What you're learning reading this book will give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Putting the actions into practice will remove the pain and fear of being laughed at. When you're done with this book, you'll no longer overthink your fears. You'll go for stupid, ridiculous goals and achieve them. You'll no longer be constrained by the gotcha society. To be more precise, you'll learn how to see opportunities everywhere. The 3 keys successful people live by. The importance of mindset. Why your standards should be constantly upgraded. How to avoid Amazonification. Why it's not all about you. Examples of the most famous stupid goals in history. The importance
Sample complete. Ready to continue?